Greetings, Minimoys, I'm the Casual Prince, and, welcome back to another video. This is a special one. I haven't been making content a lot recently, inspiration's not really been very high recently, but hopefully, this will give it a bit of a boost. And on top of that, I've just been working on other projects, but this is something that I've been teasing on pretty much everything for a good few weeks now. And finally, here it is. I am very pleased to announce that from now on this channel, I will be hosting monthly art contests. Monthly Arthur art contests. We've gathered quite a few very talented artists in our little community here, and I think it's finally time for a community event. So basically, how this is going to work is every, I guess today's as good as any day, the 23rd of each month, I'm going to assign you guys a theme, a topic, or like that could be a character, a place, something within the Arthur sort of universe, and I'm going to give it off to you guys, and you guys are going to compete against each other in an art competition, because we have a fair few very talented artists now. And yeah, so basically how this is going to work is that this video is shot on the 23rd of July, and in 2 weeks time, on Friday the 6th of August, that is going to be the deadline for this competition. So, what is the competition going to be about? Well, for the first show of art competition, I considered having the theme as Arthur and Selenia. However, given the somewhat abundance of art of those two, I'm not saying that there doesn't need to be more by any stretch of the imagination. I'll definitely have Arthur and Selenia as a theme in a future art competition, but for this first one, I thought we'd get the ball rolling with two characters that I created, Dylan and Gardenia. Now, if you're new to my channel, you're new to our community, and you have no idea who I'm talking about, Dylan and Gardenia are two characters that I created for my book Arthur 5 Legend of the Forest, the sequel to Arthur 4, Defender of the Seven Kingdoms, the continuation of Arthur 3. Dylan is Arthur's best friend from the human world, which in Arthur 5 goes with him to the Seven Kingdoms. Gardenia is the princess of the Third Kingdom that Arthur, Dylan, Beda, and Selenia meet during their adventure during Arthur 5. Now, basically the requirements of this competition is that you are allowed to submit one piece of art per person for yourself. It cannot be a piece of art that you've already done. It has to be a piece of art that you make specifically for this competition. Like, you can't enter something that you drew like 2 months ago. It has to be a drawing that you have done fresh for this competition. The way you will submit these pieces of art is by joining my Discord, which is in the description below, and it will be in the it might be in the pinned comment as well. It'll be in the description, so if you're not already in the Discord, go and join the Discord. It'll be in the description, and there will be a chat that I'll make for submitting art pieces. And remember, you can only submit one per person, so make it a good one. Now, obviously, the theme is Dylan and Gardenia, so, you know, that's you've got to draw those two. That's, you know, the theme of the competition. Like, you can't really just draw Dylan or Gardenia, you have to draw them both. And it can be them interacting in any way. They could literally just be standing next to each other. They could be talking to one another. Or it could be your interpretation of what their first kiss might be like, seeing as that's not actually happened yet. But yeah, as long as your drawing contains both of them, then it's eligible for entry into the competition. And also, don't worry if you don't think your sort of skill level in art matches up to someone else in the competition, okay? I'm not trying to... This isn't a heavy competition. Like, the prize is just really gonna probably be a role in my Discord that tells people you won an art competition. Like, it's not really about the competitive aspect of it. It's more about all of you guys coming together to make some art and support the Arthur franchise. And as well as putting it in the Discord, I would very much appreciate it if you put it onto social media, whether that be through a DeviantArt or you put it on Twitter. I would really appreciate it if you do that. So I actually have here, for those of you who have forgotten, all those of you who haven't read Arthur 5, in which case you should go read Arthur 4 and 5. But if you can't be bothered, I've actually got here, I went back and I got the descriptions for Dylan and Gardenia. The human description of Dylan is basically that he has bright green eyes and short black hair, which was not dissimilar to Arthur's, if a little bit less scruffy. His Minimoy description is as follows, and I'll bring these up on screen so you guys can read them and just go back and just view the text when you're drawing, instead of having to listen to me say it all over again. But the description of Dylan's Minimoy form is as follows. Unlike Arthur, Dylan's hair had not changed colour and had remained black, but instead of the scruffy mop Arthur was used to, it now lay in a neat and combed fashion. The familiar Minimoy ears had sprouted on the side of his head, and were about the same size as Arthur's, if a little shorter. He was wearing a shirt composed entirely of leaves, cut out and sewn together with thin brown lace, which also possessed thick leather pads on Dylan's shoulders and elbows, giving him the impression of an incredibly peculiar knight in training. His trousers had been altered into thin brown jeans that looked incredibly comfortable, and his feet were now adorned by a pair of short boots consisting of a slightly darker brown than that of the jeans. And I did also write that his eyes, in Minimoy form, are so deep a green now that they resembled a pair of emeralds. And also, I do have a reference image that I used for Dylan, and I'm going to bring it up right now. Obviously, ignore the eyes and the fact that he looks older than he is in the book. This is just the reference image that I found on Google that I thought basically is the most resemblance to Dylan that I could find. But yeah, this like, ignore the eyes, ignore the ears. Obviously, that's a drawing of an elf, not a Minimoy. This drawing is basically just so you guys can get an idea of the sort of facial shape that Dylan has. Now moving on to Gardenia, who was introduced originally as a mysterious figure. Her description as a Minimoy, because obviously she's never been a human, goes as follows. The spot the figure turned to face him happened to be in a small ray of light from above, so Arthur could get a better look at them. The figure was wearing an ornately engraved mask made of black wood and green eyepieces that covered their entire face. But a mask can't hide one's ears, and Arthur could see now that their assaulter definitely wasn't Mulder. It was a Minimoy. And although Arthur didn't have a master's degree in Minimoy biology, the figure's ears were quite thin and angled upwards. These traits were remarkably similar to the ears of Selenia, so Arthur assumed their attacker may be female. They were also wearing an outfit made of shimmering green material with golden patterns of vines decorating it. And then when Gardenia removes her mask a bit later on in the chapter, I described her face as follows. Arthur had been right. Their attacker was female and was quite beautiful. She had wonderful blooming skin, positively shining with colour, apart from a bruise on her cheek where Dylan had punched her. Her eyes glowed a glimmering hazel, her lips were a delicate red, and long flowing chestnut hair fell down past her shoulders. Now, I do actually have a visual reference for Gardenia, however, it is only the outfit and the colour of her hair and eyes that the reference is actually accurate to. I'm going to bring the reference up right now. So this is the reference of Gardenia that I originally had. I don't actually agree with many of the parts of this reference. The parts that I do agree match Gardenia from this reference is her outfit minus the crown. I actually had that in originally, but I've actually gone back and changed it so that it doesn't say she had that diamond-shaped crown, because I don't think it really fitted now that I think about it. Her hair is meant to be that colour. Her eyes are meant to be that colour. Her lips are meant to be that colour. Her face does not look like that. Do not use this image as a facial reference for Gardenia. Like I said, you can use the outfit, the eyes, the lips, and the hair colour, are what this reference is for. The face is not Gardenia's face. I don't really, like, again, it's very hard to picture what Gardenia looks like without a reference. Hopefully you guys will help me out with this. But I imagine Gardenia to have a face which purveys confidence with a slight bit of feminine delicacy. Delicateness. Is that the right... No, I'm going to start again. What I imagine a face to look like is that it purveys confidence, but there is a slight bit of delicateness in her face. That's sort of how I imagine Gardenia's face to look like, but it doesn't look like that. It looks too innocent. The face is someone that's too innocent. That's not what I imagine Gardenia's face to look like. So, I give you guys this competition. The theme is Dylan and Gardenia. You have 2 weeks to join my Discord, make a piece of art, and submit it. Again, as well as submitting it in the Discord, I would really, really appreciate it if you put it on Twitter, as well, with the hashtag Dylan and Gardenia, or just the hashtag Dylan and the hashtag Gardenia, as well as the hashtag like Arthur and the Minimoys, because I really want to try and get some more art onto social media so that people know we're still here. And yeah, so basically, go forth, make some art. Join the Discord down below if you haven't already. Remember, you can only submit one art per person. The deadline is, as I said earlier, Friday, the 6th of August at midnight. I won't, and like, I'm not gonna be very strict to that deadline. Like, I'm not gonna, if someone submits it, like, for example, like half an hour after, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you are not allowed to submit your work, the deadline is over. No, you guys, like, I'm allowing some leniency. I'll probably announce the competition winners, like, a day or two after I received all of the submissions. Like, a day or two after, Friday the 6th of August. So, yeah, basically, join the Discord, make some art of Dylan and Gardenia, put it in the Discord, put it on Twitter, and, in short, may the best artist win. I look forward to seeing what art everyone produces. And remember, It's not, it doesn't have to be jaw-dropping art. Sometimes simple art looks better than complicated art. So just don't be worried about what other people can do, just be worried about what you can do. And again, this isn't meant to be, this isn't focused on the competitive aspect, so, you know, don't feel disappointed if you didn't win. It's absolutely the taking part that counts. The winning is a very minor part of this competition, of every art competition that we're going to do in the future, because it's the taking part and spreading the joy of making art about Arthur and his franchise. That's what matters about these competitions. So, thanks a lot for watching. I look forward to seeing what art you guys produce, and excuse me, I will see you on another video very, very soon. Later, Minimoys, and good luck.